Welcome back to the Journeyman save here on Football Manager. We are currently Wolverhampton Wanderers manager. However, we are currently in the relegation zone. We took over with Wolves 17th and actually they might have been 18th or 19th. But we haven't been able to really turn the tide recently. We've been sat 17th for ages. We're now 18th after a string of defeats, but a string of defeats against top sides. Tottenham, we lost 3-2 to. City, we lost 2-0 to. Palace are a good side in this save at the minute, challenging for Europe and are victors by a goal to nil. We drew with Liverpool. We drew with Man United recently. We now got Man United again next. Then Tottenham away. And we're in the January transfer window where currently I am insecure, but mainly due to my lack of Portuguese players signed. Now, there was a comment on the last video saying what we should do is maybe sign some free agents or sign some Portuguese players. Just use up the budget I've got left to try and sign some Portuguese players to try and bring the board on board, so to speak. And I am absolutely open to doing that. So I'm going to spend the rest of this transfer window solely trying to find Portuguese players that we could hopefully bring in to help turn the board's opinion on me. We've bought in João Fonseca on loan, which is one Portuguese player. And we're going to look to do more over the next 5 or 6 in-game days. With Manchester United away first, we'll go and play that. Then we're going to dive into the transfer window and try our best to turn around the board's opinion of me. Whether it goes well or not remains to be seen, but Ivan Toney starts for the first time, brand new signing for us, and hopefully he can help us turn our form as well. Goals haven't been easy to come by for this Wolverhampton Wanderers side. We have a number of injuries at the minute as well, but let's show everyone what we're all about here. We drew with Manchester United last time, so we know we can keep a clean sheet against them. We know that we can get a result, but they are in good form. We are in bad form, and time will tell as to whether I can even keep my job at Wolves, let alone actually get them out of the relegation zone. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save so far. Let me know in the comment section, at this stage, do you think that I'll A, keep my job, and B, if I do, save Wolves from relegation? At the minute, I don't know the answer to either of those, but we will find out together. New signing Amy, who we looked at, gets an assist as Rashford gives Manchester United a 1-0 lead. We looked at Wisdom Amy in the transfer window. His physicals were exceptional, but technically and mentally he wasn't there. It was his physicals that earned that assist, and Rashford nods it home. Not the start we needed. Faticanti, Jadon Sancho. Johnny's in the way. Johnny's tackled, and it's a second goal for Manchester United. That's 2 Johnny mistakes in 10 minutes, and we're 2-0 down. Embolo. Bril Donald Embolo scores his first goal of the season. It's come from a set piece. We will play 4 set pieces now, and we are within one of them. Sergio Oliveira has one of the best set piece deliveries we have in the squad. Embolo has done nothing all season, but that might spark something here. Embolo. Sergio Oliveira. They could link up again. They do. Embolo's in the box. Bril Donald Embolo. Oh, a whisker away from finding an equaliser. Johnny. Embolo's in. Bril Donald is such a waste of space. He might have got the 1 goal back, but he could have scored a hat-trick in the past 10 in-game minutes. Manchester United win by 2-1. Donald Embolo could very much have won us that game at the end, let alone actually seen us get a point. I don't think that's an embarrassing result at all. We absolutely could have done more than that. Tottenham away and Chelsea away coming up next, though. Reece Nelson's only out for a couple of days. Similarly, Anthony, so that's manageable. We've had to play Lens 3.5 million as part of the Kevin Danso deal that Wolves did last season. Obviously, I wasn't involved in that. And we're now 5 without a win, but it's not surprising given the nature of our fixture list. We will expectedly go 7 without a win, and then it's a case of, can we then pick up results after then if we've got our job still? I am certainly concerned that defeat to Tottenham could see me sacked. morale is still poor. It won't let me hold a team. It will let me hold a team meeting. That got morale right back on board. To go away from home against Tottenham, it's not going to be easy, but we've managed to get morale back on board. And that's moved us from an E to a D. Just by helping fix morale a little bit. The board expect defeat. The fans expect defeat. So ultimately, they really shouldn't sack me for this run of results because of the fixtures. Or if they want to speak to me at least about my job, I could be like, look at the fixtures we've had. Helder Shah is coming in on loan. A Portuguese left back. That will hopefully help appease the board as well. Here we go. Away from home against Tottenham Hotspur. We've done Man United away. We've done Manchester City away. Now it's time to do Tottenham away. And then Chelsea away. It was Heung-min Son that finished us off last time we played Tottenham. We actually went 1-0 up, didn't we? And then Heung-min Son... No, we went 1-0 down, then 2-1 up, and then Son won it for them with 2 goals late on. It's Tottenham that are 1-0 up here, though. Richarlison gives them an advantage in the 9th minute. We expect to struggle. It's just, at the minute, it's just about keeping morale up, I think. Free kick from out wide. Oliveira in. Danso's at the back post. Danso equalises. 2nd goal of the season. We've come from behind against Tottenham before this season. We've done it again. We still ended up losing. We probably will still end up losing here regardless, but 2 goals from 2 set pieces in the past couple of games. It's very pleasing. In fact, there's a highlight from kickoff. Isn't necessarily fantastic, but we've won it back again. Last time we scored 2 goals in 4 minutes to go from 1-0 down to 2-1 up against Spurs. The former Arsenal man, Reece Nelson, has now helped us score 2 goals in 2 minutes to go from 1-0 down to 2-1 up against Tottenham. It's happening again! Kulusevski, Kane, 2-2! Bloody hell, half an hour in, there's been 4 goals already. See it through, please. This will be a huge point for us. 1 minute to go. Pulls us out the relegation zone. And that team talk, not necessarily team talk, but team meeting prior to the game that turned morale is probably what helped us get that result. We're out of the relegation zone. Reece Nelson's out for 2 weeks, but that's fine. We are about to bring new players in, or a new player in. That was huge. Chelsea away in 3 days' time will give everybody the opportunity to rest for a couple of days before going again. That's a brilliant result. Chelsea away, however, might offer the opportunity to get another point, or maybe we'll go backwards again. What was their result against Chelsea earlier in the season? They lost 2-1 in the 2nd game of the year. That stopped the rot at least. Paused the rot for now. That run of 4 away games, though, is awful. Liverpool, City, United, Tottenham, 5 away games. Liverpool, City, United, Tottenham, Chelsea. But then we have 4 home games. Norwich, Fulham, Newcastle, who are 3rd, to be fair, and Brentford. Brentford, Norwich and Fulham are all games that we would like to get points from, if not wins. It is a weird vision, and they're very, very hot on it as well. Like, I've signed some really, really good players in this window. Alexis McAllister's superb. Anthony's obviously decent. We signed a good enough quality backup goalkeeper in Meslier. We've got an Ivan Toney up top, but they're still devastated because they haven't bought Portuguese players in. When the owners are Chinese, it's particularly weird. Edouard Mendy in goal for Chelsea. Lukaku up top for them. That is a chop from Bamba. That should be a straight red card, please. That was disgusting, and it is. After 4 minutes, Ibrahima Bamba is sent off, and well and truly deservedly so. Well in, McAllister again. Reece James is going to get there ahead of Johnny. And Lukaku is on his... Like, what even is that defending? That's laughable. I don't know whether that's a My Players thing or that's a FM Match Engine thing. But Lukaku is just... I complain about this all the time on FIFA. He's just like, why is no one even anywhere near him? Don't let FM, gameplay-wise, in-game, turn into what FIFA is, because it's absolute shite, and I'm sick of it in FIFA, and I don't want that in FM. That's where FM has always been better. Lovely ball. McAllister, Fabio Silva. It's not going to count. Offside in there. I think Fabio Silva was genuinely offside as well. It's going to be disallowed, isn't it? Because we didn't get the little thing that... Oh, goal awarded! Oh, goal awarded! I thought because he didn't pop up with this graphic here when the goal went in, it was going to be disallowed. Goal awarded. We're level. We're level. Vamos! That's a ping. Lukaku's going to get to the loose ball as well. Look at the man at the back post. No one is even remotely interested in marking Dominic Calvert-Lewin. What the fuck is up with the match engine this year? Why are defenders fucking brain dead? Both of Chelsea's goals are so easily avoidable. What? Look, I've got 5 defenders there. None of them paying any attention to the man at the back post. That's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. That's fucking stupid. A 2-1 defeat to Chelsea. Lukaku's goal, farcical defending. Calvert-Lewin's goal, farcical defending. I don't yet know if it's because of the game or because of my players, but that was stupid. Newcastle 2-0 up inside 3 minutes against West Ham. That is unbelievable. No, 1-0 up now, sorry, because the first goal was disallowed for it being out of play. But they didn't waste time in actually getting that goal, did they? This one will count. Fans criticise Wood's tactics. No, I'm sorry. Chelsea, Tottenham, Man City. Like, look at that run of form. Or sorry, rephrase. Look at that run of fixtures. Other than Crystal Palace, that's a fucking joke. Tottenham, Liverpool, City, United, Tottenham, Chelsea. Like, of course we didn't get many points from that run of fixtures. What did you expect? We've sold Lewis Kumas to Watford for £6.25 million. That is an absolute fucking rip-off. We've somehow managed to get that amount of money out of him. Ricardo Horta has passed his work permit, so he's going to come in. It's another Portuguese player coming in from Manchester United. We signed Anthony and now Ricardo Horta from Manchester United this season, or this window. Signing 2 of their fringe wingers that they don't want, that absolutely will strengthen our squad. And as a Portuguese player, hopefully the board are very happy with that and will change their current stance in the club vision. They're disappointed now. They're not devastated, but they're disappointed. I've brought in this window, 1, 2, 3 Portuguese players out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 of 8 are Portuguese. I don't know. Ensure a good percentage of players signed are Portuguese. How is like 3 of 8? Say that's then 4 of... I don't know what the percentage is of 3 of 8, but say that's 4 of 10. Like, 40% of your signings being of a certain nation is surely acceptable. We've got enough left in our budget to maybe do something else with regards to small loan, but I'm not going to. Norwich at home in 12 days' time. Now is the time to get results and turn Wolves this season around. Thank you, AJP. 37.5% of all of the signings I've made for them here have been Portuguese. I am genuinely surprised that that is not enough for them. So a transfer roundup for you then for the YouTube video. So Ilya Meslier brought in for £1.6 million. You can't really get much better for a backup goalkeeper. Reece Nelson in on loan, scored a good goal against Tottenham that helped us get a point and has been decent since signing. Alexis McAllister has come in and been very good for us since joining. 1 assist in that vital game against Tottenham as well. It might have been against Chelsea that we ended up losing. Anthony's come in. Not set the world alight so far, we have to be honest, but hoping that once he settles, he'll be decent. Ivan Toney's just an impact player that will only play a fringe role for us, but hopefully, basically, he's going to replace the outgoing, what's his face? Raul Jimenez. All I could think was Jose Maria Jimenez for some reason. João Fonseca's come in as a Portuguese player. He's clearly got quality, and at 19, he's only going to continue to grow. So he was a player we had on our radar at Toulouse and have now brought in Helder Shah. We sold Jack Stacey, and Helder Shah comes in as a Portuguese replacement. And then Ricardo Horta comes in for £11 million. 11 million. That's all I paid for him, 11.5 million. And that's with instalments and other bonuses. We paid 7.5 up front. That's a bargain as far as I'm concerned. Going out, loads of players on loan, as well as Luis Kumas for 6.25 million. We've ripped Watford off there. Jack Stacey left for 50 grand. It was just a case of getting him out of the club. Young San Bin left for 9 million. We've definitely ripped off Aris's arm there. He's not worth 9 million in the slightest. Mahmoud Dahoud we sold for 17 million to help fund the Alexis McAllister move, and I'm glad we did that. It's a nice bit of profit for Wolves as a club as well. And Sundergaard we sold for 80k. We've definitely improved with Meslier as a backup goalkeeper, haven't we? Joe Hodge we sold for a minimal fee as well, 180k. Bruno Mendes was sold for 17.25 million. Again, good profit for the club. Didn't really feature, and we will look to sign a better player in the summer if I am allowed the time at the club. We also sold Marcus Bettinelli to Norwich for 575,000. We sold Teo Corbianu for 3.5 million, a player that just isn't good enough. And Mariano to Shakhtar as well, another player that it just isn't going to do the business at this level. So I'm happy with that window. I'm really happy with that window. Now we just need to get the results. Now that we've got that really horrendous run of fixtures out the way, now we have, in theory, one of the easier run-ins on paper. So let's get it done. Everyone's registered, and we're ready to go. Bring on Norwich. As we say thank you to Sam for the 67th month. Thank you, mate. That's my first team squad. Come on then, boys. Horta makes his debut. We've got to win this. West Ham equalise through Lucas Paqueta against Newcastle, and that is a hell of a celebration from him as well. Norwich with Tyrese Campbell and Josh Sargent up top. Scott Twine in the side as well. Sam Johnson in goal. Getrauder at right back. I'm fed up of our recent form. Go out and get a win. We've got too many men in this space in behind here. Horta's played in nicely by Tanguy Ndombele. Can we find a pass? That's the question. Yes, he can. Well, Ricardo Horta's already started to repay some of that transfer fee. Minimal as it was. An assist inside 5 minutes on debut. And a brilliant assist as well. Oh, what a ball. Fabio Silva. 2 assists for Ricardo Horta. 2 goals for Fabio Silva. We are 2-0 in front. They called him a panic buy. Ricardo Horta is an absolute demon. What a ball. Fabio Silva burying his second. Let's go. And of course it swings goal difference further and further and further in our favour. Ours is minus 11 now. Norwich's is minus like 24 or something. So provided we're on the same points as anyone around us. Fabio Silva's in for a hat-trick. He's not got it though. Reece Nelson. Oh, good save by Sam Johnson. Just in general with a cleat. So we could get a pen for that. Okay. We're going to get a penalty. Reece Nelson tugged back apparently. Penalty review. Penalty awarded. Fabio Silva to potentially get himself a hat-trick here. And does so. Well, I said it in passing in between the time from deadline day to the game. I was like, Fabio Silva can go and get a bloody hat-trick. Well, he actually bloody has. 3-0 Wolves. Now I'd be relatively comfortable of getting the result, or confident of getting the result. That's superb, lads. Sergio Oliveira with the whip. Can we get a... No, I was going to say we get 4th. It's gone in! Oh, we got another penalty! Handball! All right. Who's going to take this one then? Penalty review. Penalty awarded. The chance to make it 4 before half-time. Sergio Oliveira now as our regular, dedicated penalty taker. Fabio Silva had the opportunity to get his hat-trick, so I took the last one. Saved by the keeper. Maybe Fabio Silva should have taken this one. Estupiñán over the bar. Never mind. Still 3. If you just drift a bit here, pal, you can get in. Like that. Ricardo Horta. Nice little 1-2 with Estupiñán, who's into the box. It's an own goal from Gilletta Carr. We're 4-0 in front. This is why we endured the run of defeats away from home against the top 6. Because when these games came around, I had faith that the quality in the squad was there to get us the results we needed. Goal difference is significantly in our favour now. Ours is back to -11. It's a good free kick, to be fair. And there's still time. Ours is -11. Norwich's is now -29. No, ours is -10. Norwich's is now -29. Fulham -26 and West Brom are nowhere anyway. So we're in a good position. A relative good position. But I really want to push on. We've got a full week till the game against Fulham as well. We're out of the FA Cup. So we solely have the league to concentrate on to try and ensure safety. Estupiñán, play that through. Horta's in. And a goal on debut as well. 2 assists and a goal on debut for Ricardo Horta. And they were telling me that I panic bought him. I wouldn't have looked for him had I not needed a Portuguese signing. Yes. But I certainly didn't panic buy him. He just wasn't on my radar before. A 10 out of 10 debut. Can you ask for much more? I don't think so. It's the win that justifies the way that we've gone about things. Square it if you want, Real Donald. He tried, to be fair to him. It's the win that justifies the way that we've been approaching things recently. The mindset we've had has been just get through that run of disgustingly tough fixtures and we'll be fine if we can keep the squad morale together and get the right players in January, then have a strong second half of the season. That's the plan now. That strong second half of the season. Norwich looking for another one back, but they're not going to get it. Now this is one thing. What we need to do now is follow this up by going and beating Fulham as well. Let's see if we can back up that Norwich result. Ben Brereton and Diaz up top for them. Carry this performance from the last match into this one, please, if you don't mind. Result of hard work. All about momentum. Mood in the camp is good. And it will be even better if we get a dub here too. Mind the elongated possession play, so long as it leads to something. We don't make a mistake or do something silly. Lovely ball. I'm not sure about onside or offside, but if it's onside, that is incredible. Milestone 10th goal of the season for Fabio Silva. He was onside, and this pass from Ndombele is why he's in the team. That's insane. And the first time finish as well. We've scored first. Said it might be a game of who scores first wins, and that was excellent praise. Then to lose McAllister as well as Gonçalo Guedes for the rest of the season would be genuinely devastating. Carlos Alenia might take the opportunity to impact football, though, if he's given the opportunity to start ahead of an injured Alexis McAllister. And he's come off the bench for him and provided us with a second goal and 3 points here against Fulham. So if Carlos Alenia is called upon, I'd love him to do that a lot more often. Crystal Palace just took a 2-1 lead against Norwich as well, which is good news for us because that means they drop more points. Really well played, lads. Now we hope, keep our fingers crossed that Alexis McAllister isn't out for too long. Don't have any news about Alexis McAllister yet, but I am really, really worried. 6 to 7 weeks. It's not as bad as it could have been. It's not amazing, but it's not as bad as it could have been. Newcastle at home in 7 days' time. well, Carlos Alenia will go in at Cam then. And I think we'll continue to play this 4-2-3-1 against... I might change to the 4-3-3 again for Newcastle. But then for Brentford at home and Everton away and Leeds at home, we'll definitely go with the 4-2-3-1, I think. Take that step forward from being the side that looks to defend and do something maybe to the side that tries to dictate play. We've definitely brought in the quality of player to be able to do that. Hopefully it's something we can see going. So Newcastle at home is the hardest of this run of home fixtures we have. Xavi Simons, Alexander Isak, Bruno Guimaraes, Roger Ibanez, Nikola Milenkovic, all very, very good players. Get a bit of revenge on Newcastle if we can. We'll just say a neutral response there. It's in our hands. I hope so. We've done enough to ensure. It's always important to score goals. Well, now we find out what this side are capable of at the moment. This has been played slightly later than the majority of the rest of the league. If we can avoid defeat, then we could go up another position or two. If we can win, we could really put ourselves in a great position, and that wasn't far away from water at all. If we can win, we could go up to 29 and put 6 points between ourselves and the relegation zone. Now, those back-to-back wins against Fulham and Norwich, so very, very, very important. Simons misses the target. It was a good opportunity, that. I don't mind losing this one if it means we can get a win against Brentford next up. We've got Brentford, we've got Everton, Brentford, Leeds, Southampton, all to come in the not too distant future. I think we've still got Sheffield United to play again before the end of the season, and West Brom. They're all going to be very important fixtures. But the more points we can pick up now, the less pressure we'll be under at the end of the season. And obviously, the less pressure you're on then, less pressure you're under then, the more straightforward it is to get results. Newcastle take a 1-0 lead, however. It was a lovely ball, and Yunus Musa gives them a 1-0 lead. They're third in the table for a reason, Newcastle, so we're not going to be too disheartened if they get a slight win. I don't mind losing this 1-0 or 2-1 or something. Not necessarily what I wanted from you there, David De Gea, to be honest, but never mind. Unfortunately, we have picked up some injuries of late. Where are you going, Nelson Semedo? Well, that was great, wasn't it? We picked up some injuries of late, so we might be struggling for a little bit of form in the immediate future. Xavi Simons makes it 2-0. All came from some sloppy play at the back from us, just needlessly giving away possession, which isn't good enough. Don't foul him. Oh, they're going to get a pen for that, aren't they? It's definitely a penalty. He's tugged him. 3-0 is a bit harsh, I think. Yellow card for Johnny. Penalty Newcastle. 3-0. Alright. It's fine. We'll pick ourselves up and we'll go again. Perhaps the 4-3-3 was a bit ambitious for this fixture. I did actually intend to go back to the 4-2-3 was a bit ambitious for this fixture. I did intend to go back to the 4-2-3-1, but I forgot. If I'm completely honest, I just straight up forgot. Alenia. Jesus Christ. It's really poor, but if we can find a goal back, I'll be happy. Tony, his first goal for the club. Is he onside? I think he was. It was really sloppy, but we got it. I'll encourage everyone. I said I wouldn't mind a 2-1. A 3-1 is still... I mean, Newcastle have bossed it, but they did get a penalty. I think a 2-1 would have been fair. A 3-1's probably a bit harsh, but... a 3-2 would be alright if we can get another second. Just gives us something to hang on for the next game. Oh, it's a good save by Merritt. It could have been 3-2. It's not going to be, though. It's fine. It's fine. This is a fixture that isn't going to define our season. The previous two could well, and the next few could well. But I'll tell them I don't like what I just saw. We want to aim to compete with teams like that. But there's no need to panic. Game's over. We don't want to discuss it any further. We'll just put that one behind us and we'll go again. It's Brentford at home next. That will be a game that we absolutely want to win and can genuinely stand a chance of winning. I'll send my assistant to the press conference because that is going to be all for this YouTube video. Thank you for your support. We hopefully have turned a corner here with Wolves now and we'll look to kick on for the rest of the season. There's not much left, 10 games or so. If we can pick up 15 points in those 10 games, I'm sure we'll stay up. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on more. Come and join me on Twitch and watch this live as well. I'd love to have you over there. I'll see you next time.